Hey everyone, Brent here with Live Free and Tool, and today we are doing another installment of the doctoral journey of the Doctor of Business Administration with a focus in organizational leadership from South College. Now this is a great program because it's online, so if you're a busy adult, a professional, and you can't make it to a campus just like me, I have a full-time job and I have 8 children. Yeah, I said 8. It's a normal thing for me. Maybe not for you. But if we look into this program, this is episode 11. Now I have a couple different things that I need to address in this video. One being is that South College just raised tuition, so I'm going to break that down. I'm going to show you what that looks like, especially compared to other colleges, so you can understand really where you stand and if this is the best college for you to go to. And then where am I at in my journey? Now, I'm in 7100 and I'm trying to finish this class very strong. I'm about to submit my final, and I gotta say, I really like this class. It's the Organizational Capacities class. It's actually a really good class. I've learned a lot in it. I love the projects, and the professor is excellent. I really do like the professor. He's been wonderful throughout the entire course, great feedback, all that great stuff. But under organizational capacity, I've actually done 2 videos kind of looking at this, so I'm not going to go over a lot. Stop whenever you're done with this video and go back and look at the review video for episode 10 and episode 9, and you'll learn more about the organizational capacity. But right now we're looking at communication and some of the succession planning and some of the things that you have to do, but on a much larger scale, and it's really good because it's a really good critical thinking exercise, and I have been designing and working through my final presentation. With all that being said, great class. Love the class. Can't wait to soar into the next class because I can almost taste it at this point. It's a lot more work, and let me tell you, I went from having like 12 assignments in the other classes. I just tallied it up. I'm going to have 18 assignments coming out of this class. And when I say assignments, I'm talking full-blown essays, papers, studies, research, all that great stuff that you have to do. It's a lot more work. It's a big percentage more work, and it's only going to get more and more. Now, after this class, I have 4 classes left. Very excited. I can taste it. It's a lot more work, but guess what? I'm more motivated now than I've been in a long time, and talking to other students, they can taste it too. So they're just trying to grin and bear it and get through it, but people seem to have a little bit more optimism as you cross the hump and you can see light at the end of the tunnel. So staying very strong, very excited about it. Now, I have to address the tuition increase. It was $6,000 per 6 months, and that's really your semester, and it's individualized to the person too. So you don't have to wait like 3-4 months, 1 month for a new semester to start. It's really, you have to wait till the start of the new month, and then you have your own kind of, I would say, semester, and that's 6 months or kind of time period. It was $6,000 per 6 months, so about $1,000 per month. And then you had right around $795 in fees, so right around $7,000, right? So just tipping over $1,000. Now, I gotta say, that's actually really good. If you look at my analysis that I put together and I look at different doctoral programs, I looked at 15 different schools, and then I narrowed them down to really 4 different schools, and that is Liberty, Capella, Phoenix, and South College, because they're online. And let's break down the cost to see if the increase of $1,000 per semester, which was just announced, is really worth it. And are you still getting a bargain at South College, or do you need to go to another university, which is cheaper? So at Liberty, if we look at this and we look at their all-in costs, now I did a deep dive and I searched all of their websites, and I really wanted to make sure that I captured the right cost. Well, they actually tell you how much the program cost. And the duration for Liberty, it's 15 courses, by the way, and it's 60 credits. It's going to take you right around 36 months to complete, and it's right around $600 per credit. It's going to be $36,000 is what you're seeing, and you have to complete a capstone in order to graduate military, you can get actually $300 off. Now, Capella University, it's 13 courses, 90 credits, and that is 24 months is what they're projecting that you can do. $500 a credit. Now, that's going to cost you right around $45,000 is what they are quoting in order to get that done. Now, that's very interesting, right? Because that's 90 credits. So think about that. That's why you're seeing a disparity in the cost. That's why it's $500 a credit per at Capella, and then $600 a credit at Liberty, because you have to do cost per credit. Now, if we go down the line at Phoenix University, this is 18 courses, 54 credits. It is, the duration of months is 42 months. Yeah, it's a lot. And then it is $833 a credit, totaling $45,000 again. Now, that is pretty interesting because it's less credits again, but it's a lot of courses. It's 18 courses. And how you get out of there is a dissertation. So you're going to be writing a book. I didn't say this, Capella, that is a capstone in order to pass, and then Liberty was a capstone as well. And now we have to look at South College. South College, it's 11 courses at 90 credits. The duration, now this is interesting because it is a competency review. So how hard you study and how fast you do it, that's how much money you're going to save. And looking at that, the average time that I'm seeing and that they're calling for is right around 2 years. That's $353 per credit. And that's if you're working pretty steady and you're going to get things done. The less work you do, the more money it's going to cost you, right? But at that cost, it's going to be $31,800. So there's still that $4,000 disparity, and you can do a dissertation or capstone. And I just want to pause right there. If you do a dissertation, you're going to be doing research, and at South College, a secondary research, you're going to be writing a book. You're literally going to be writing a book for your dissertation, and that's how you get passed. If you do a capstone, your capstone is really based on a project. The project is going to dictate a solution for a problem or a gap that you see either in a company or in the industry or something like that, but you have to do your research. You have to have your research that backs up your solution, if you would, and you have to present it to a board of doctors in the chairs, and they all have to agree and they have to approve it, and it's all that great stuff. But how did I come to the cost if it cost you $7,700 every 6 months if they increased it from the cost? Now, what I did is I based it on 2 years. And at $7,700, that's with $695 fee every single semester that you have to pay in order to get there. So if it's a $7,000 base fee, $650, I put it $700 for the, work study or whatever. It's an additional fee. Now, it's per 6 months. What I have to do is I have to break down that $7,700 per month. That comes out to be $1,283 per month. And since I broke everything down in 24 months, I say 24 months, by month, then I can start to multiply the estimated time it's going to take so that I can project how much you would expect to spend. And I think it's pretty manageable getting the coursework done in 2 years. Now, I also added $1,000. If the math isn't mathing, think about this. I actually added $1,000 a fee on top of that because you have graduation fees, you have some other fees, and all these other fees, application fees, whatever. I rounded it out at $1,000. And what may have you, that's what I feel is appropriate. But even still, with all those costs all in, it's $31,800. So let's call it $32,000, even with the increased amount. Now, as you go the further along and the more months, the more semesters you do at 6 months, it's going to cost you more. And you got to think about that. So it's going to motivate you to get the work done, write the papers. Now, with all that being said, coming out on top, it's South again. The cheapest, even with the increased tuition, the cheapest university to get a doctorate from is still South College. Well, I say university, it's college, university. They're interchangeable. But the cheapest higher education school to get your doctorate from is still South College. And then it's going to be followed by Liberty and Capella and Phoenix University are right there neck and neck. But Capella's, I think, a little bit more pragmatic workload compared to Phoenix, and you're going to get your doctorate. So I would say number 1 is South, and number 2 is Liberty, number 3 is Capella, and number 4 is Phoenix. I hope that this helped you all. If you're really thinking about the increase and it bothers you, if you take a step back and you really take that 30,000 foot view or strategic view over your entire journey of what getting a doctorate is and the cost per credit and then the cost for the degree itself, the value is highest still at South College. Now, they have to hire more people. They're getting more students. Expect a raise in tuition to meet the demand of the students as they start to enroll and they develop the programs more. Some of those are soft services, which they're not really teaching, but you have to continuously develop, and then you get your feedback loops and all that jazz. But I hope that this helps you in some way. My name is Brent. This has been a review of the South College Doctoral of Business Administration, Concentration, Organizational Leadership. I hope that you all ask questions because I'm always here. I'm in the middle of this process. I can tell you how I'm feeling confident. I can tell you the low points. I can tell you the high points. But at the end of the day, I am super happy that I'm in the program. I still think it's a great value. I'm not losing motivation. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody.